Are you looking for a technology that can help you to understand the current health situation of your pipelines? We at Red Raven provide very unique services towards pipe health assessment. The technology we use is rapid, comprehensive, and can provide a predictive capability towards the pipe's health. For a rapid and comprehensive pipe health assessment of any water, chemical or wastewater pipelines of any material, we are introducing ApolEau. ApolEau is fast in data collection and tested on pipe sizes up to 2 metres. This ball-type device is applicable for 35 mm to 2 metres diameters of pipes, irrespective of the pipe material. It comes in 3 different sizes. The smallest size of device is 22 mm, which can cater from 35 mm to 80 mm of pipe diameter. The second size of the device is 50 mm, which can cater 80 mm to 300 mm pipe sizes. The biggest device is of 80 mm diameter. It can assess the health of 300 mm to 2 metres of pipe diameter. Technically, ApolEau 80 can be used of bigger pipe size or aqueducts too, with some arrangements. ApolEau gives huge advantages towards the parameters which comes under the health assessment of the pipelines. Firstly, the number of parameters that this technology can give are hard to get through a single tech. Different technologies are required to gather different parameters, whereas ApolEau can give multiple parameters which together helps to comprehend or assess the health condition of a pipeline. Next is the speed of data collection. As the device travels with the flow of the fluid, the data collection happens with the flow velocity. This is relatively faster than other intrusive or non-intrusive methods. By the way, device has specific gravity of 1, which is equal to water. Thus, it neither sinks nor floats in the pipeline during data collection. The cost of rehabilitation can be reduced as the technology can pinpoint the regions with all kinds of anomalies. Thus, instead of completely removing or discarding a bigger section of the pipeline, you can get to the specific regions of the pipeline that need some action. By repeat interventions at certain intervals, the data from ApolEau can help in predicting the upcoming failures or rate of degradation of the utility. Last but not the least, the ability to detect smallest leaks on very low pressure flow is one big advantage of ApolEau over many other technologies. All this without stopping the flow. Using ApolEau gives complete hydraulic study of your existing pipelines, which includes all kinds of pressure anomalies, which could be leaks and air pockets. Up on the data processing, the anomalies can be interpreted as structural deformity or installations. Data processing experts translate the data into head loss, percentage of material degradation between 2 points, scaling inside the pipe sections, sedimentations or silt depositions, longitudinal profile, and all hydraulic issues. The longitudinal profile and sedimentation can be delivered if the hydraulic conditions of the pipeline is favourable. The reports contains the start and endpoints of the segments having any kind of problem.
Let's understand the data collection method using ApolEau. Insertion and extraction mechanisms has to be installed prior to the intervention. In the animation here, the gate valve is installed on the pipe as insertion mechanism. In the end of the pipeline, to extract the device, a net is inserted. The device has to enter the flowing fluid from the gate valve. Device will be extracted from the net mechanism. To measure the flow rate of the pipe, clamp on ultrasonic flow meter is installed. While flowing within the pipeline, device records every change in the pressure readings. The device is having high sensitivity of 0.5 millibars. It can sense any smallest leaks, differential pressure changes, installations, deformities, etc. Faster the velocity of the flow, better is the data quality. A minimum flow velocity required for quality data varies for different device and pipe sizes. For example, ApolEau 50 needs minimum of 0.7 meters per second for quality data collection. As mentioned before, there is required site work prior to the intervention of the ApolEau to the pipes, which includes the insertion and extraction mechanisms. Here are a few ways we can insert the device into the transmissions using a gate valve or putting a section after valve holding the flow. For extraction, we can use net mechanism inside the pipeline if the transmission cannot be diverted or stopped. If the pipe is having open ending in a tank, net can be used to cover the pipe end externally. If possible, water can be drained into some storage also. The ways to extract has to be decided after the site visit. Let's see one ideal data from a pipeline of around 4 kilometers length. As the data collection rate of ApolEau is per 80 to 100 milliseconds, the data points on this graph is high, and it would be higher if the length increase. While looking to the graph, one can visually point out the anomalies. The clarity on the kind of defect picked up can be understood on post-processing. Here, the anomaly is between 2,000 meters to 2,500 meters. This section can be zoomed in, which we can see here. Let's see a very interesting data from a pipeline just 300 meters length. This data is interesting as there are multiple sections of this graph, which could be of interest for the interpretation. This is actual graph, from imported data points to the Microsoft Excel. The length of the pipe is 2.5 kilometers. As the data is condensed to the slide, and it is hard to see the tiny anomaly of a very small leak, arrow is marked to show it. Now, you would see how much zoom we can do during the data processing. ApolEau is a powerful tool that can bring up even the micro details about the pipeline in terms of change in pressure. The technology is very much useful to establish the impact of environmental hazard, detection of the point of contamination, etc. ApolEau can collect data from minimum 4 hours to 8 hours of intervention. In special case, the duration can be increased up to 12 hours. In case of any further details or requirement of services, please connect us using the details here. Thank you.